boy Red X Alpha here, and today I'm giving you my barehanded build for the game Nioh. Yes guys, I know there's probably a bunch of videos out there right now on barehanded builds, but this is my build that I'm currently using with my current stats and level prior to this build. And guys, you will know my stats and levels soon enough. Now guys, I'm not saying that this is the build, this is the go-to build, this is the best. I'm probably sure it's not the best. I'm probably sure someone has a better barehanded build than me. But guys, this is what works best for me, and I just figured I'd give you my thoughts and opinions about it. So basically guys, what's going to happen is I'm going to explain in full what my build is about. And this build is about one-shotting enemies with parries, or doing massive amount of drop-down attack damage, or even just punching the crap out of someone and kicking them in the ribs when they're down. You know? It's just a full-up brawler class. You know, I'm just saying, yeah, we're going to clap about that. Yeah, we really are, because we're proud. Alright, guys, but what's going to happen after that is I'm going to break it down and try to help you further understand what I'm going for with my build to the best of my abilities. Please know at this time, guys, I am level 121, and I have already beat the game. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you some gameplay of my build in action in both normal mode and New Game Plus. I'm also not sure if anyone else has discovered this method for the barehand build, and I'm sure they have, guys. Honestly, they just haven't posted it yet or said anything about it. But I hope I can explain it and break it down for you guys as easy as possible. Also, at any point, if you get lost or are trying to write down what I'm saying, please check out the description, because I will be putting all this information in the description as well. Otherwise than that, I hope you all enjoy the video, and let's dive right into it. Alright guys, so we're talking about the bare hand, the put 'em up, you know, give me the right hook, the left hook, you know, give me the Shin Hadouken uppercut, you know, all that bullshit, right? But guys, one thing you gotta know, it doesn't matter what stance you stay in, you know, the key consumption is gonna be the same regardless of the fact. Alright, just remember your stuff. But before we even get into that, guys, let's talk about stats. Alright, now guys, I have body at 21, heart at 21. My stamina is at 6. The strength is at 25. Strength is very key to this build, guys. You can put strength up to max 50 if you want, but I don't think it makes a difference, so I put it to 25. Alright, I got skill at 20, dexterity is 22, magic is 23, spirit is 25. And guys, for this build, you're going to want to be focusing on dexterity, magic, and spirit once you get body, heart, and skill and strength into the 20s. Alright? The rest you want to focus on dexterity, magic, spirit. Cannot express how important that is to focus on those, because it will complement your build later on in game. And I will make a video about it again later in the future when I become higher level and get more better gear and stuff. But speaking of gear, guys, let's talk about the equipment, huh? Alright, so melee weapon. We're barehanded, no melee weapon. Boom, weapon 1, gone. What weapon 1? Right? The weapon 2, I'm using the Onikiba chain and sickle. Guys, it's divine. But it also has skill effects, which is strong attack damage plus 11.3%, final blow damage plus 11.6%, high attack break plus 10.8%, mid guard key reduction 13.0%, strong attack key damage 6.7%. But guys, it's not even important, because we're not using that. It's just there. Why is it just there, guys? I'm using it for the head of the Iga Ninja 5-piece bonus set, guys. And the head of the Iga Ninja with 2 pieces gives me damage reduction, gives me ninjutsu, recover ninjutsu items after finishing living weapon. 4 pieces gives me close combat damage plus 7.3%, ninjutsu power plus 70. 5 pieces gives me the dash endurance 20%, guys. And that's what we want. We want speed for this bare hand, because we want to punch him, we want to kick him, we want to eye gouge him, all that good stuff, you know. But let's keep going with our equipment. Alright guys, now I'm using the Tate-ugachi bow, which has the long range attack damage plus 9.6%, the break plus 10, Amrita earned from yokai plus 4.8%, yokai item drop rate plus 5.6%, and retrieve stray projectiles. Guys, that is a beautiful thing, you know, because for this build, you're going to be using your bow, your gun, your hand cannon. You're going to use that a lot if they're really far away and you just don't want to run up on them. That is going to help you in the end, because say you miss, you know, you can go pick it back up after. You know, it's just beautiful, you know. Sorry about that, guys. Just drinking some water. And the stats, guys, from my bow is also the same stats from my matchlock, or gun as I call it, and my hand cannon. All the same stats, just different attack, you know. Alright, now, as we continue, our next head armor. My head armor is the Visitor's Dragon headpiece, which is divine, as you guys can see. It comes with damage reduction 2.9%, luck plus 23, life plus 50, gold earned plus 5.9%, received firearms damage 13.9%, Amrita earned plus 8.0%, elixir effect on life recovery plus 5.5%. Guys, that last effect is awesome because it gives you more HP per elixir. Alright? I don't know how else to explain it, but that is just beautiful. Alright? As we go down the list, guys, for my torso armor, I'm using the Jonin Apparel Do, which is divine. I have damage reduction 3.3%. I have defense is plus 28. My ki is plus 9. My toughness is plus 7. The damage from behind, guys, 14.5%. Received damage from attacks critical, 19.3%. And I'm also using this for the head of the Iga Ninja set. Alright, guys, as we continue, we're talking the arm guards, which is the Iga Jonin Apparel coat, which is also divine. It comes with unlimited ammo plus 5.4%, damage reduction plus 1.6%. We have defense plus 12, Amrita plus 5.6%, item drop rate is plus 5.7%, unlimited Omnyo 4.8%. Also, we're using this for the head of the Iga Ninja set. Now, guys, cannot express how important the unlimited Omnyo is for this build. That and the ninjutsu, guys, but I will explain that more as we continue through the list. Alright, guys, for our leg guards, we're talking the Iga Jonin Apparel of Divine, guys, which is damage reduction 2.5%, defense plus 17, toughness plus 7, gold earned plus 5.9%, and reader earned plus 5.9% as well, guys. That is good if you want to level up and get some cheddar while you're running around beating the crap out of people, okay? We also have the yokai item drop rate at plus 7.7%. And guess what, guys? We're using it for the head of the Iga Ninja 5-piece set, you know? Alright, for our foot guard guy, we have the Iga Jonin Apparel Suneate Divine. Damage reduction 1.6%. Defense plus 12%. Gold earned 5.9%. And reader earned plus 5.6%. Running speed 14.1%. Dash key usage critical 18.6%. Guys, the running speed and the dash key usage is very important for this build because you're going to be sprinting everywhere because you got to be all up close. You got to get up in their grill. You got to one time, one punch. You know what I mean? Alright, guys, now we're going to talk about accessories. And guys, forgive me if I say this wrong, but I have the Magatama accessory. I actually just got this accessory yesterday. It's 150 plus 1 divine, and it has versus yokai realm plus 28, Amrita earned from yokai plus 9.9%, unlimited Omnyo 4.2%, water damage 13.7%. I can sense enemies, and it has familiarity bonus plus 14.6%. Guys, there it is again, unlimited Omnyo. You guys are probably like, why are you using that on the ninja set? It should be ninjutsu. You'll see later on, guys. In that sense, enemies is crucial. Try to get it. You know, try to reforge the skill until you get it if you can. or get it on a different piece of equipment that you're wearing. It's very useful. You'll know who's there, you'll know what's there, you'll know what's around the corner, if it's a big enemy, a small enemy. It's just very useful, guys. Okay? As for our second accessory, I use the Poison Omamori charm. Again, forgive me if I say that wrong, guys. I'm trying. And this is an exotic charm. It has Ki +2, versus Poison +18, Unlimited Omnio +4.4%, change to defense magic B-, and it has Komoda sense, guys. Komoda sense. That's good if you don't have all your Komodas and you're running around looking like I was. Alright, guys, now we're going to talk about the hotkey, what I carry on my hotkey, or my hotbar, however you want to say it. Alright, guys, I carry on my up directional, we're going to call this, you cycle between two hotkeys. We're going to call this one hotkey A, and the second one hotkey B. Alright, so on up directional A, I use elixirs. I have 10. Up on left directional A, I use the Carnage Talisman, which has 6. On right directional A, I use Sloth Talisman, which I carry 6. On down directional A, I use the Fistfighter Talisman, which I also carry 6. Well, I just realized 6 is 6 bad, but anyway, sorry guys, got sidetracked for a second. Now on up directional B, I'm using the Weakness Talisman, I'm carrying 4. On left directional B, I'm using the Improvised Projectile Scroll, I carry 2 of those. On right directional B, I'm carrying the Apparel, carry 2 of those as well. And on down directional B, I'm carrying Shurikens, and I carry 7 of those. You guys are probably like, why Shurikens? Doesn't have to be Shurikens, can also be Kunai if you want to use Kunai instead of Shurikens, guys. But now, let me explain to you all about the Guardian Spirit I use. And that Guardian Spirit is HI-Nezumi. I have it at level 30, guys. And like I said, forgive me if I say this wrong. It's HI-Nezumi, aka the Fire Rat or Fire Mouse, depending on your personal preference. But guys, look at the Guardian Spirit Protection. It gives you Spirit Protection, 23.0%, Omnio Magic Power, +75, Stealth for enemies, A+, versus Fire, +25, Close Combat, Attack, Critical, +25.0%, Unlimited Omnio, 19%. Guys, I am using this spirit for the Omnio buffs. And also, I recommend, guys, that you use a Moment Talisman or a Guardian Spirit Talisman if you have one, if you want the buffs from this spirit. Because we can't use Living Weapon while we are barehanded. Alright? So I'm not even going to go over the Living Weapon stats. I just wanted you to focus on the Guardian Spirit Protection. Focus on those stats, what that's giving you, because that's going to help you in the build in the long run, guys. Okay? Now, I want to go, before I go over to the next category, guys, I actually want to just clarify this. Guys, this Guardian Spirit is at level 30. It's maxed out, guys. I beat the game, like I said at the beginning. I leveled it up, got it to max level. So if you guys haven't even leveled this, if it's level 1, and you're like, why is his stats different from mine? It's maxed out. These are the maxed out stats that's looking. These are pretty good stats for level 30, guys. But let's continue to the next thing, okay? I want to talk about the clan that I joined for this build. And the Allegiance and the Fukushima clan gives me high attack stance with spears at +5%. But, you know, who uses spears these days, am I right? You know, no one wants to, everybody just wants to punch shit, you know? So, instead, what I used is, what I was really going for was the barehanded attack damage +70%. Guys, that is going to be beautiful with the passive skills that I will be showing you guys soon enough. Alright? Speaking of passive skills, I'm actually going to go over that right now with you all. Alright? So guys, the first passive skill we're going to look at is called the Tachi Arts, and I have it in tier 3. That is located in the Dual Swords, second column, row 3. Alright guys, and what this does is increases close combat damage against enemies with full HP by 20%. When you have all 3, it's 20%. Now that's pretty good odds, Because, you know, the first attack right there, plus your 70% barehanded attack damage from the Fukushima clan, that's 90% right there, guys. You know? And that's one big powerful hit if they don't guard you, or dodge, that is. But, still, it's one powerful hit, guys. The next passive skill I'm going to go over with you all real fast is called the Defensive Arts, which I have in Tier 3. This is also located in the Dual Sword category. And it is found in column 3, row 8. Yes, okay, sorry, had to think about it for a second. And what this does at Tier 3, it gives you plus 20 key recovery speed while guarding, which is perfect, guys, because honestly, if you're barehanded and you're gonna guard, what's gonna happen is they're gonna break your guard on the first try, and you're gonna be staggered a little bit. But that plus 20 key recovery, that's gonna save your ass from being visceraled or parried or final blowed, however you want to title it. It's gonna save your ass, guys. Like, you may not think it, but it will. Honestly, trust me, I've seen it, I've done it, it's happened. Now, guys, the next passive skill I want to talk about is called the Cornered Tiger, and I have that Tier 3. Guys, that is located in the Spear category, and it is row 1, column 3, and with all three of it, guys, having all three tiers, it gives you 12% damage increase when your HP is 30% or lower. That will save your life in a life or death situation, guys. Like, it's just, you're getting wailed on. You realize you're out of potions, you're gonna die, but the boss or your enemy, whatever you're fighting, your revenant, is gonna die also in one shot. You got 30%, you got enough power, and that one left or right hand or foot, depending how you want to do it, to just wail on them and hit them one good time before they can knock out, you know. But it definitely helps. I recommend getting these passive skills that I'm saying to you guys right now. Alright, guys, now what we're gonna do, we talked about the Cornered Tiger, right? Now we're gonna talk about the Cornered Boar, which is located in the Axe skill tree, guys. The Cornered Boar, and I'm actually gonna scroll down to it right now. And what it does is it gives you 40% damage reduction when your HP is 30% or lower. So, guys, you're getting 12% damage increase when your HP is lower, but you're also getting 40% damage when your HP is 30% or lower. You know? So, like, you're 2 shots from dying. 2 shots just became 3.5, basically. Or 2 shots and a gunshot, you know? But you got the 12% attack damage, so you have the trump card. You guys have the edge. You guys are able to finish them off before they can even attempt to finish you off, you know? Prior to you can dodge, of course. But I'm assuming everybody knows how to dodge these days. Anyways, guys, it's just something really good to have. I recommend getting it. The next thing we're going to talk about is called Fortitude. That is also located in the Axe skill tree up top. And what Fortitude does at Tier 3, it increases your life by 200%. I mean, I don't really have to explain anything in this. You know, 200%, not 200%, but plus 200 more HP. I wouldn't say no to that. You know what I mean, guys? That's more HP for you, you know? But, guys, now I'm going to talk to you about the Armor Piercer. I have it at Tier 3. That is found in the Chain and Sickle skill tree, guys. And what that does is it gives you 16% damage increase on final blows, which is freaking outstanding, guys. You know, because you're going to want the 16% for kicking them in the ribs. They're going to remember who you were. You're the guy who put them in the ground with 16% more damage in your final blow, you know? So you're going to want to get this, guys. You're going to want to do the damage. Sometimes it's a life or death situation. If you can parry or get them with a final blow and barehanded with your buffs, you're going to one-shot them. It's going to be crazy. Alright, guys. The last passive skill for the samurai skill points on the skill trees that I'm going to talk to you about is called the Shadow Striker. And I have that at Tier 2. Alright, guys. And what that does is it gives you a 9% damage increase for attacks from behind. So guys, add that to your 16% damage on final blows, because if his back is up and you do that, you also got the 9% damage increase for attacks from behind. So it's just, the criticals are gonna be crazy, guys. You're gonna do a lot of damage. You're gonna be like, damn, this is a good build. He was right. But you know, like I said, this isn't the best build. This isn't the go-to build. This is my build, and it works at the moment. Alright, guys. Actually, I lied to you. The last passive skill for Samurai skill points we're going to talk about is called the Full Moon Kata, or Kata, however you want to say it. And that is located as well in the Chain and Sickle skill tree. A little further down. I only have tier 2. And what that does is increases 9% of your damage when your HP is full. So guys, you're going to be doing like 108% damage on the first attack, prior to your barehanded attack damage plus 70% from the Fukushima clan, the 20% increase from the Tachi Arts tier 3, you know, the cornered tiger from the 12% damage increase, you know, the cornered boar, the armored striker, you know, guys, the damage is going to be up there, alright? I'm not going to bullshit you, the damage will be up there. Alright guys, now for the fun stuff. We're going to talk about ninjutsu. That's right, ninjutsu, baby. Alright guys, so the first skill I got was the Shuriken, and I got a tier 1. So what it does is it allows me to carry 7 Shurikens. Go figure, right? You know, it's only in the description. But guys, the next thing I got was a skill called Shuriken Shooter. If you remember, my Shurikens are hotkey down directional B, from when I was explaining it, guys. And what it does is it allows me to, while I'm pressing the button again, to rapidly throw another shuriken. So if I spam it 7 times, I'm rapidly throwing 7 shurikens, guys, super freaking fast, you know. So that's good. It also helps that I have the passive skill, Thrown Blade Technique. I only have a tier 1, unfortunately, but hey, it increases my shuriken damage by 6%. You know, can't complain. Like I said, guys, I also said you can use kunai. The kunai skill is here. It gives you 7 kunai to carry. They're much heavier than shuriken, so they cause the correspondingly more damage when thrown. It's your call. I don't really throw the shurikens that much unless I'm fighting an enemy that flies in the air. Then I gotta chuck it so that way they fall to the ground. You know. But anyways, guys, now I want to talk to you about improvised projectiles, which is found in the ninja skill tree. As you guys see, I just scrolled to it now. And then what it does, it allows you to ready 2 scrolls that when used gives you 1 free shot from a ranged weapon, even if you have no ammo. So guys, say you're like me and you only carry 5 hand cannon ammo and you're messing around and pow, 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 you know, oh, you got 1 bullet left, terracotta soldier, pow, 1 shot killer, you know, with your cannon. And then there's another terracotta soldier, but you're out of ammo and you don't want to run up and fight him. Guys, just pop improvised projectiles. That's 1 free shot right there, even if you have no ammo on your cannon. Aim in, boom, 1 shot. And I carry 2. If you guys remember when I was discussing this. So I basically got 2 free shots there for whatever weapon I choose, which is pretty good. Alright guys, now we're going to talk about a passive skill called Quiver Maker. I have a tier 3, as you guys can see. Hey, that rhymed. But anyways, haha. It increases the amount of arrows you can carry by 7. So I carry about 20 arrows, give or take, 20 regular arrows, guys, which is pretty good. Now, after getting Quiver Maker, you're gonna want the Bowmaster. What Bowmaster does, it increases your bow damage by 12% if you have the tier 3 like I do. Okay, guys? You're gonna want that, regardless of the fact. Now, we're gonna talk about the shot pouch. Guys, shot pouch, I only have a tier 2 at the moment. I'm trying to get to tier 3, but it lets me carry 2 bullets right now. Or 3 bullets, actually. I stand corrected. And so I carry about 10 bullets. Yeah, I carry 10 regular bullets. And then after getting that, you're gonna want the Matchlock Master. Guys, Matchlock is the gun, in case you're like, what are they talking about, Matchlock? It's the rifle. You know, I don't know if you guys knew that. I don't know if you don't. Just gonna carry it out and play it safe. And that increases the matchlock or gun damage by 6% because I only have tier 1. Now guys, if you're a cannon user, a hand cannon user, and you don't like using the rifle, then by all means, man, just swap out the rifle, the shot pouch skill points that you're going to use, and the matchlock master skill points you're going to use, and put it in cannon master or round carrier. Guys, you know, increase whatever you feel comfortable with for your ranged weapons. I don't use the hand cannon a lot, so I'm fine with just, you know, 5 bullets for the hand cannon. I use the rifle and the bow more. It's just more easier for me, I guess you can say. But anyways, guys, now I'll talk to you about a skill called sneak attack. And what sneak attack does, it allows you to sneak behind an enemy and perform a powerful attack from behind. And guys, if you remember the passive skills from the samurai skill point trees that I was talking about, you got the 9% increased damage for attacks from behind, guys, with that shadow strike. That is beautiful. Plus the 108% damage you got coming up with the 108% damage you have coming up from all the other passive skills. That is one powerful ass attack. Alright, let me tell you, that is one powerful ass attack, or one powerful ass kick to the ass, because, you know, when you're barehanded, triangle's a kick. But, anyways, now, guys, I'm going to talk to you about a skill called Holy Man. Holy Man, simple enough, increases the sacred water that you can carry by 2. I honestly don't use sacred water, guys. I bought it just so I can get the skill Medicine Man, and I have it tier 2. Which allows me to carry 2 more elixirs, and if you guys remember, I carry 10 elixirs. So 10 is just perfect. If I don't run out of elixirs, well, yeah. If I run out of elixirs, I always hit a shrine, refresh, get all my elixirs back. If I can't hit a shrine and I'm at a boss fight or something, guys, then what's gonna happen is I will get the hell you call it, the Shingaku medicine. I'm probably said that wrong. And guys, I apologize for the background noise right now. Just someone's at my door right now, but someone just answered it, so I apologize in advance. Guys, also what you're gonna want is called the Medicine Power Pill. And what the Medicine Power Pill does is it allows you to carry 2 power pills that, when taken, increase your damage. Simple enough. That's gonna come in handy in the long run when I explain what goes down. Okay, guys, just bear with me until I finish the skill tree, and then it would all make sense, I promise. Alright, guys, the next move or skill that we're going to talk about is Composure. And what Composure does is, when you're pressing triangle or square, it allows you to grab a human's enemy to, my bad. How do I phrase this? No, I'm just kidding, guys. Anyways, there's a little comedy in there for you. Ha ha, hee hee, even if it's not funny. Oh well. But what it does, guys, is that when you press triangle square when you're guarding against an armed enemy, it lets you take their weapons and perform a counterattack, or visceral, or parry, or whatever you want to call it, a final blow, however you want to call it. Can only be used when you're barehanded. That is beautiful. That is just like, Team Ninja said, hey guys, you know what? We're going to make you want to play barehanded. Here's this skill. Go nuts. But guys, read the fine print. Against an armed enemy, armed human enemy. Human. Guys, that means don't go up to a yokai in guard mode and try to press triangle and square and grab their weapon, because guess what? It's not going to work. This skill only works against humans. If it's a human, parry, counterattack, do it all day if you want. If it's a yokai or a revenant or a monk or a flame wheel monk or whatever you want, whatever you want to call them, guys, just beat the shit out of them. Give them black and blue eyes, give them a busted lip, a bloody nose, broken ribs, whatever you want, man. But don't try to parry them or counter them, because it will not work. I've tried it. I've died by it. It is not fun. Okay? Now, guys, the next passive skill that I'm going to talk to you about is called the Hands of Death. And I have that in tier 3. What that does is it increases your bare hand attack damage by 12%. So you were doing 108% damage. Now just add 12%. You're doing 120% more damage, guys. And plus, when I introduce you to all the buffs and the coordination for the buffs, it's just going to be outstanding. You know, the damage is going to be real. Alright, guys. The next passive skill that I'm going to talk about is called Ninja Tool Mastery Tier 3. And plain enough, all it does increases the ninjutsu capacity by 10. Just, you want to get that maxed out, just so you can say, yeah, I have all the ninjutsu tools I need. I got everything I wanted. Just so it's, everything's clear, everything's good. Now, the last thing I'm going to talk to you about in the ninjutsu category is mystic arts. And guys, you all know what mystic arts are. Special endgame, like stuff to help you along the way. I chose enlightenment as my mystic art, and what that does is it enables me to instantly perform any ninjutsu used on yourself. So basically what that means, guys, is that you pop the improvised projectile scroll or the power pill on you, and basically there's no animation. There's no 3 seconds or 5 seconds of your guy showing his hand get put to his mouth like he's eating the pill, or his guy performing the ninja pose like he's gonna do the improvised projectile scroll. Basically, it's if I got Final Fantasy 14 users on here that are watching this build or know of the game or have played it or anything like that, that is your swift cast, guys. That is your swift cast. It's just instant. It's done. 2 seconds, and you can just keep running around. Very important, guys. But the ninjutsu mystic arts, guys, can only be obtained after beating the mission A True Ninja, which becomes accessible after completing the Way of the Ninja Veteran in the dojo, and you're gonna need 20 dexterity to run through this mission as well. Alright, minimum 20, max 25-30, give or take, depending how you want to play it. Alright, guys, now we're gonna talk about the Omnio magic. Yeah, baby, let's get it. Alright, guys, so you see Devourer Gate, I have tier 2. I didn't mean to buy tier 2, I just did for ha-has. But you're going to want to buy tier 1 so you can get the weakness talisman. And you're going to want to get that tier 2 or 3 at least. And at tier 3, what it does is allows you to prepare 6 weakness talismans that when used, it reduces the enemy's defense power. So think about it, guys. You lower your enemy's defense power, plus you got 120% more power and damage coming from you, and if you hit him in the back, you're gonna do like 135% damage. Like, guys, that is freaking insane. That is very OP. Again, I apologize for the background noise, guys, throughout this video. Now, guys, I'm gonna talk to you about lifesteal. You don't really need it. I don't use it. I don't recommend it, but I recommend you unlock the first tier anyways, just so you can unlock the Sloth Talisman, guys. You're gonna want this at tier 3. And I'm pretty sure you guys seen the videos. You guys know how OP this is. It basically, at tier 3, it allows you to prepare 6 Sloth Talismans that when used, it greatly reduces the movement speed of your enemies, guys. I'm talking shambling speeds. I'm talking, if you guys seen comedy horror movies like Shaun of the Dead, when Shaun and his pal are sitting down the end of the street and a zombie's all the way on the other side walking to them, and they're like, and the zombie just, you know what I mean? Shambling speed, guys. Super freaking slow. You can read the attacks. You can dodge the grabs. It's just awesome. Okay? Next, guys, I'm going to talk to you about a passive called Pure Mind. And honestly, you only need the tier 1. Alright? I'm not going to lie to you guys. You only need the tier 1. It's just versus Yokai Realm plus 100. Plain and simple. No explanation needed, guys. You know what I mean? Alright, next talisman that I'm going to talk to you about is called the Carnage Talisman. And I have that tier 3. Very important you get a tier 2 or 3 at least, guys. At least. And what this does is it allows you to prepare 6 Carnage Talismans, which upon use increases your attack but also lowers your defense. That is your trump card. That is your most powerful attack. That is your most weakest vital point. That is your Achilles heel at the same time, guys. Because you can get one-shotted from getting hit by that, or you can do the one-shotting to them, guys, give or take. But it's just very important you know how to dodge, how to guard when needed, how to parry, all that good stuff. That is your Achilles heel in this build, as far as I can tell. Alright, guys, the next talisman we're going to talk about is the Talisman of the Fist. And what that does, at tier 3, it allows you to prepare 6 Talisman of the Fist, which, when used, it increases the power of your bare hand attack. Guys, increases the power of your bare hand attack. You're already doing 120, 135% more bare hand attack damage. And now we got a talisman that increases more damage. You're going to be doing like 145, maybe 175% more damage, guys. You're going to be punching shit and you're going to look at the damage and be like, God damn, I do more damage with my fist than I do with my sword or spear, you know, or whatever you guys like using, dual swords, axe, whatever. Alright, guys. The next passive we're going to talk about is called the Incantation Mastery. And guys, Incantation Mastery, you're going to want that at tier 3. It's just like the Ninja Tool Mastery. It just increases Omnyo magic capacity by 10 at tier 3. And basically, that's just beautiful. You know, you're going to want to be able to carry more magic because you're going to want more quantity of what you got. Enough said. You can also increase the quantity of, the quantity or your equip load number by upping magic, which is why I said Dexterity, Magic, Spirit, very important, guys. Spirit's important because it increases your Guardian Spirit stats a little bit, and in case you want to use a certain spirit, you have to be a certain level in your spirit, which is good. Alright, guys. Now, the final thing I'm going to talk to you about is the mystic art I use for the Omnyo magic, and that is called Awakening. And what Awakening does is it enables you to instantly cast Omnyo magic you use on yourself, which also increases the casting speed of your Omnyo magic you use on others. So basically, like I said, it's like Enlightenment. You know, 2 seconds, bam, bam, done. Instead of waiting 20 years to throw a talisman at someone, you're going to 2 second sloth them. You know, it's even better, guys. But this mystic art can only be attained after beating a greater harmony, which is accessible after completing the Way of the Omnyo Veteran in the dojo as well. Guys, you're going to need 20 magic to access this, just so you guys are aware. Now, clearly I explained everything. I showed you all what I got. I'm here, and this is normal mode, guys. I'm gonna run it again in New Game Plus, but I'm here in the mission 3 Angry Gods. It's a level 31 mission. We just gotta defeat gods real fast to do this. And guys, I'm gonna show you how this works. And real fast, I'm just going to pop, if I can find it, a movement talisman just for ha-has. What this will do is this will give me the buff. This also puts little traps on the ground, if you see them right there. So you got your buff, right? Alrighty, boom, bow in action, guys. As you can see, look at this, boom, one shot, one kill, right? Gonna do that again over here, boom, one shot, one kill. See that? Now, alright, guys. The Carnage Talisman, if you run, before I jump right in, if you run out of Carnage Talismans, but you still have the Talisman of the Fist, pop Talisman of the Fist, and then pop a Power Pill. Same exact thing, except the Carnage gives you a little more damage, but at this way, your defense won't be lowered. So, Power Pill is a precautionary, just in case you run out of Carnage Talismans. But alright, guys, let's fight. Let's show them. Alright, we're going in. I'll let him out. 2 second throw, boom. 1 second cast, 1 second cast. I'm a guard. Go around, first punch. Look at these punches, guys. That's it. And these guys are annoying as hell to me, so just forgive me. Let me kick him real fast. I'm gonna kick him if I can get him. If I can get him. Wow, he's like super freaking annoying. Alright, you know what? There we go, guys. Sorry about that. I tend to pick up all the items. You know, pop a pill if you want to pop a pill. We'll go this way. Run up here. I'm gonna break that. We'll go over here. There's an archer up there, guys, so you guys can see it. Archer down. Whoops, missed my shot. Whoops, missed my shot. Whoops, missed my shot. Whoops, 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 whoops. Whoops, missed my shot. There we go. Alright, anyways. Sorry about the extra side commentary. We're gonna run in. Oh, he didn't trigger. We're gonna run in. Oh, that hurt. We're gonna run out. 2 seconds, boom. 1 second again. 1 second again. And actually, I'm gonna throw weakness on him so you guys can see the weakness talisman in action. I didn't even think about it. Look at that. First damage. You see that? That was 3k damage on the first attack, guys. Like, what the hell, you know? Alright, and we're gonna run into the last one real fast. Let's see, do I run through it all? Yeah, fuck it, yeah, okay. Speed run. We're gonna speed run this, guys. The death up grief guy. You can't catch me. Later. And guys, as you obviously noticed from when I was, you know, clearly explaining. As you guys obviously noticed clearly. Oh, that's gonna be perfect then. Actually, hold on. Oh God, the noise. Alright guys, look at, as you guys can see real quick, I have an X on my rifle, which means I have run out of ammo. And basically I'm gonna use the improvised projectile scroll, which I just used now. It was a 2-second cast. Check this out. No ammo, but guess what? Right? Boom. Look at, I can still aim. You know? Beautiful, right? Alright guys, here we are, final boss, or yeah, final trifecta boss. We're gonna pop in, we're gonna trigger. 2-second cast him. He's got sloth. He's got weakness. I'm popping. Dodge behind him. 1, 2. Done. See what I'm saying, guys? That's pretty powerful, right? All right, we're gonna get out of here. That was on normal mode though, clearly. So like, you guys are probably like, you're level 121. You're OP as fuck. What are you doing running around and they're showing us your build like that? Now I'm gonna show you how powerful it is in New Game Plus with the same mission, guys. All right. That's why I did that. That's why I'm showing you this. It's just so I can cover my bases and make sure you guys aren't just saying, oh yeah, he made that, it's OP, he's in normal mode. Why? No. Alright. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into the country. We're going to go into the way of the strong. We're going to go right in here. And as you guys can see, a check mark, I run this a lot. And I don't really want any cups being used because I'm not trying to farm any items right now. I'm just diving on in. And again, I forgot to get my projectile. Forgot to buy ammo. Oh well. I'll just buy ammo at the end of the video. How about that? Yeah, I said it. Alright guys, we loading up. We're gonna do this. Here we are. We loaded up. Alright, I'm gonna do this. We're gonna go here. We're gonna pop that. Real quick, can I get a level in? I can't get a level in, so I'm gonna level up a spirit real fast, guys. Oh, actually, no, I'm not. I'll do that later because I can't choose which one. Alright, guys, same thing. Alright, we're gonna boom, we're gonna pop, open. In this world, my bow is 2 damage, 2 shot on certain enemies because I don't know. That was a 1 shot. Okay. Same thing. We're gonna open here. We're gonna click, we're gonna throw, we're gonna throw, we're gonna pop, we're gonna pop. And guys, with the aluminum oh shit, whoa. As you guys can see, I'm still doing damage. Oh, I got hit, that was my fault. Kick, 4k damage, kick, as you guys just saw. And these little demon head things are gonna annoy the crap out of me again, aren't they? You know what, bump that. I'm not. Just being stubborn, guys. Don't mind me. Alright, we're gonna run up here. We're gonna roll into that. Are they following me? I'm just gonna shoot a bunch of fucking arrows at them real fast. Excuse my language. Alright, improvised scroll, 2-second thing, if you guys recall. Boom. One more. Whoop! I just buffed the wrong way. The good thing about unlimited Omnio, guys, you got a chance of your spell slash buff staying, and that's always a plus, cause that's what you want. Do that to him one more time. All right, guys. Alright, yeah. Oh, fuck. Oh, it's a Raven Tengu. That's right. I forgot about him. As you guys saw, I just recovered my arrow. I got 4 arrows now instead of 3. Raven Tengu, show your face, you bastard. And Raven Tengus are fast, guys. So this is perfect because it shows this in action. And I'll show you the throwing of my shurikens real fast. Run behind them, little kick, whoa, broke my guard, little kick, back up, little kick, back up, roundhouse, I called it and I still got hit by it, that's pretty sad. Pop a pill. I'm gonna sloth him again, there you go, I'm gonna kick, roll, as you guys saw I just popped a power pill, medicine power pill that I was talking about, and actually that was kind of perfect. You guys saw the damage increase from there. Alright, you're getting annoying, bro. You're getting super freaking annoying. I gotta re-sloth him. There we go. I apologize, guys. I'm over here bragging about a build, and you're probably like, yeah, whatever. There we go. Let me heal up again. Did I kill that archer? I did kill the archer. Man, why don't you guys tell me I killed that archer? I'm over here stressing, thinking I didn't kill the archer. I'm gonna trigger him. Go here. He can chase me all he wants. Sloth. I'm out of weakness talismans. I'm not really concerned on the weakness talisman. Kick. That was 3k. Alright, guys. I'm sorry if I'm playing this a little defensively. As you guys can see, you get most of your damage done when you punch him in the ass, which is what I tend to do. Alright, but anyways, going to the last enemy. And guys, if you look at the mini-map real quick, I'll stop moving. Look at the mini-map, you can see all the red dots on enemies sense. The green is shrine. Purple is if you get a Komoda. But again, speedrun. You can't catch me. Well, later, dude. This one with the yokai? There it is. Later, yokai. Alright, as you guys can see, I'm actually about to use my cannon, which I rarely ever use. Just because I don't like fighting these things. So I will literally be that guy that wastes the whole cannon round. What did I just... Ah, oh, damn it. I really just did that, didn't I? Alright, fuck it. Alright, guys. Here we go. Final one. Sloth. Power pill. I'm sorry if you guys hear me spamming my controller buttons in the back. And boom. There you guys go. As you all saw, that was New Game Plus, Way of the Strong. And you saw it in Way of the Samurai in normal mode. My build is pretty sturdy. It's pretty reliable, guys. I don't know what else to say, but I mean, I gave you proof. I showed you all, gave you stats, broke it down. Now, guys, all of this information will definitely be in my description below when the video is done rendering after this. It'll definitely be in the description below. So definitely, if you guys want to try it out, I mean, give it a go. It's there. Like, comment, subscribe, share the video, guys. Let me know what you think about it. If you want to see more Nioh builds, or Nioh, I'm sorry, I called it Noah for some reason. More Nioh builds. But yeah, guys, as always, it's your boy Red X Alpha. Peace.